excuse to get to warmer weather in the winter has spawned decades of competition and tradition, and today, once again, these two will square off to find out who will take home the coveted jeweled shillelagh. One of the most storied venues in college football, Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. It's the USC Trojans and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Catching up with the Trojans head coach before the game, he talked to me about the importance of this young running back. Just a freshman, he has continued to showcase his talent. They gave him an opportunity early in the season, and they have been rewarded. He continues to shine and be very productive at the line of scrimmage. I'm going to keep you posted on how he plays here in the first quarter. They're feeding him early and often. He's in the script. Can he keep the momentum going? We'll find out. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. And the legendary John Ncaa would be proud of the execution of the running game and picking up the first down.
Yeah, the basic principles of the run game, right? The easy stuff, the boring stuff, not...
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense picks it up. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. The defense putting points on the board.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Here's Williams to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive line. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often. And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Third down from the gun, Williams. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And the defense gets to the quarterback again and breaks the ball loose. Man, their second forced fumble. This guy's put it on the deck twice. Ball security is job security. You've got to take better care of the football.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Throwing, Underwood. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Makes the grab right along the hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look and the replay booth will overturn the call. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And here comes the field goal unit. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. Williams desperately trying to cut through the noise. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for room. It's Alston. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Lined up in the gun, Williams on third down. Fires left. Holds it in. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Running behind that left side. There he goes. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24 in this defense. Its head is spinning.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
And the thing you got to watch out for with this running back is he's pretty streaky. When he breaks off a big one, more big runs normally follow soon after, and you're seeing it now on the last two plays. Big-time plays back-to-back, and you know right now he's calling for the ball again.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
The give on the counter. Stopped right there.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Third down, red zone play, crowd alive. Here's Williams. Lets it go to the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down the one play to come up with the interception. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
That touch pass went nowhere. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football some more.
And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coach...
Makes a grab and room to run. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers, and they have jumped out to an impressive start. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. They've got a first down here to open the period. Williams. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
They put the brakes on it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Williams just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
This rivalry nearly 100 years old now, guys, dating back to when Newt Rockne had made the Irish a power and Howard Jones had done the same for the Trojans.
So many names, and then if you go recent, I mean, everybody remembers the Bush push and just so many great games in this matchup. Every year it seems like the game means a lot, and obviously, Palmer, you add a trophy, it just gets way better.
It's like the greatest players to ever do it. I mean, Joe Montana for Notre Dame, Marcus Allen, his high.
And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Mobley. He stopped at the 48. A pickup of 10 on the play.
And, man, we've all experienced these rivalry games and how much fun they are. And this offense had a lot of fun a year ago, right? Like, they dominated this rivalry. They've been kind of hot coming in. And I really look forward to seeing this running back. Can he be physical? Because you know the anger, the animosity.
It's a seam wide open. He's at the 10. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. Driving forward, it's Williams. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Could not make his way to the corner. Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rockne's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted to do the same thing I would do. Happy wife, happy life. It's always interesting to hear how these rivalry trophies come about, but I know one thing. USC, Notre Dame, every year, Palmer, is appointment television.
It is. My brother Billy played for Notre Dame, and I'll be honest, I used to get jealous watching him play against the Trojans, whether it was at Coliseum or whether it was at Notre Dame. This is one of the best rivalries in all of college football, and one that I wish I could have been a part of.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Williams to the air again. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
They'll go to the counter. Got enough space, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Well,
It's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Throwing, Williams. Turns it upfield. Nice move to keep running. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Williams looking for a man. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Makes the stop at the 49. Give him 5 yards on the play and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gets the back moving. Hits inside. It's Alston. Still running at the 35. Still on his feet. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, we'll take that throw all day.
Takes a handoff. It's Alston. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. The Trojans decide to use their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Trying to get the corner. He gives them a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6. The Trojans kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Rolls right. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area you got to blow up. Nice job on 1st down stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
He has kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
Will they be able to get that 1 more yard and stick it in? And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans. PAT unit on the field. And the extra point pulls them closer. It's 24-10. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. They'll start this drive at their own 48. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Here's Underwood to throw. Rush right in his face. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Left side is Gilbert. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by USC. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. As strange as it seems, this is an easy decision. A little too far for the field goal. Punting does nothing for you. They'll go for it on fourth down. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off.
And I've never met an offensive player who said, no, we don't want to go for it on 4th and 1. 4th and 1 is a great situation for the offense. You got to get 1 yard. You practice it all the time. You got to be physical. Go out and get it. They did a good job going out and getting that 1 yard.
Can't hold on in the face of the contact. Long way to go on second down. Quick give. It's Mobley. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. He's changing the play. Underwood in the gun on 3rd down. Pulls it in. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Underwood moves to his right. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Throw to the end zone, picked off. Down in the end zone, and it'll be a touchback.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Williams on the play fake. Keeping his eyes downfield. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
They're waiting for him behind the line of scrimmage as the final seconds tick away here in the first half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Michigan State Spartans taking on the number 19 team, the South Carolina Gamecocks. And it's Michigan State with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one and win a fireworks-filled football game.
Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. They'll open the second half with a run. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
The win puts them a game over 500 as this group looks to stabilize its season.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Here now a look at some other games of note today, including a big upset with major implications.
Breaks into the open. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Deep in the end zone, it's Hankerson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. Williams finds his big tight end. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Play action with Williams. Fires to the big fella.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Keeps it himself. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
Here's Williams to throw. Got the back over the middle. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
And the Trojans can really attack on this 2nd and short. Williams will pass. Out of the backfield, he's open. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. The Trojans with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw again. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. This drive facing a little adversity now after that last play. It's 2nd and 20.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Incomplete, a 50-50 ball won by no one that time.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Straight ahead, it's Mobley. Shakes off the defender. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broke.
Lots of running room. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Into the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. That's 3 touchdowns in this game, and he's up to 11 on the season. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That drive a great example of just how potent this offense can be. 2 plays, 80 yards, give them the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They reached deep in the playbook, used almost all of them, it seemed, Jesse, and still ended up having to punt last time.
And I think on this next drive, David, you can go back to some of the stuff that worked that last drive, too. Find the things that you had success with. You just got to be able to build on it a little bit.
Yeah, and just break that extra tackle, you know, make that extra play, make the guy miss, put a drive together so you can finish with some points.
Back open in the middle. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Williams. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, that's just a miss by the quarterback. That's a simple slant route. That ball's got to be thrown out in front or put in the face mask of the receiver. Bad throw by the QB.
It's Williams again. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
The offense obviously trailing here in the second half. They're going to have to be able to throw the football effectively to come back in this game, but in order for that to happen, they have got to do a better job up front blocking.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
And that's a teach tape on 3rd down right there. That's a great job by the defense, being back,
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Williams to throw for it on 4th. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. He's got the back in the middle. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Irish might opt to take a shot here on 2nd and inches. From the gun, it's Mobley. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Fires to the right. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception. They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. Now they'll try the right side.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at the 12. And the Trojans are facing 3rd and inches. powers inside. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
You can really feel the momentum changing in this game now, can't you? The defense comes away with a massive takeaway deep in their own end. And here's the offense on the third play of this drive, getting the first down and doing it running the football. Everything seems to be shifting in this team's favor.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscles. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. They'll give it on the counter. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory.
Black 18! Black 18!
Fourth down, Williams. At midfield, he's got room. He's loose down the middle. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the fourth down decision pays off big time.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Just had to get rid of it.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over. Like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
They stop him right there. They tried to convert with the run, and the defense was up for the challenge.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Williams to throw for it on fourth. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clockwise. He'll try to take it back. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as
he's going for the big play. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. As we check in with Holly.
Guys, things are starting to get intense down here on the sideline. The turnovers have been the story of this game, and it all starts with this defense. After that last interception, they came to the sideline, and the guys keep saying, let's keep eating. This defense is fueling this team today and taking control of the game. Back to you.
Holly, thank you.
And I love this because you got second and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get third and manageable. Nice job getting the run. Not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the first down. Now you're set up for good success on third down.
Underwood from the gun on third down. Right side, it's Mobley. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Snap it to the back. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4. Halfway there on first down. It's 2nd and 5. Throwing. Underwood. Out wide right. It's Graham. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Mobley. Got a little grass. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical.
Looking for the end zone. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. The Irish have seized control against the Trojans and starting to put their eyes on that Jewel Shillelagh.
The Irish doing what they need to do. Every year we look forward to this game. The hype, does it meet the hype? The Irish were ready. USC's got some answering to do, Palmer.
Touchdown Jesus is celebrating somewhere. What a game so far by Notre Dame. They're hitting on all cylinders. They knew how big this game was coming in. They knew they had to be dialed up and ready to go. And they have looked good. And I think the Jewel Shillelagh might be making a trip to South Bend.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Now on the counter. They were all over it.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Right at the line. And this one's not going to work out either. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It's 4th down. And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down.
29. Wide to the end.
Looking for the marker. And that's not going to come close as the defense stops him well short of this first down.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard. And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Here's Underwood to throw. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the fourth quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
From the red zone, it's Mobley. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And they tacked on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Forced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with results of the play. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
He's dropped.
What a great play by the linebacker. Do you talk about filling a hole? Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
He's past the marker. There's some room. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat.
Here we go. Ready. Let's go.
On the snap, it's Trotter. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. After a hard-fought victory, the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame have won the right to take home the coveted weapon of Gaelic combat, the Jewel Shillelagh. That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollock, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.